My name is Aaron and I'm a Gen Z living in Singapore. In 2024, I've kept track of all my spending here in this spreadsheet. In this video, you're gonna find out exactly how much I spend a month and in a year. Firstly, I think I'm a little more on the frugal side of the spectrum as I'm on the path to FIRE, so adjust your expectations because it's definitely not representative of other people in my age group. This spreadsheet is a record of all my spending and earning in 2024 besides my salary, because if I include my salary, then I'll see a positive number and I'll be tempted to spend more. So yes, I'm deliberately leaving my salary out of this spreadsheet so that I can see what my real net spending is. It's a few days left to the year, and this is how much I spent so far. 20.1k. In terms of each month, January and February were actually profitable because I did my IPPT in January, got $500 from that, and February was CNY, so I had 570 as Ang Pao money. March was my first negative month even though I made $110 profit from selling my iPad Pro. In April, I bought a used air fryer, went to service my bike, and bought an Insta360 camera, but I didn't like the video so I sold it at a $50 loss. Sometimes this happens. But I managed to sell my old shoe and made $200 from it. Overall, it's still a $560 spend in April. In May, it's my largest net spend of the year so far at $727. My phone died and I needed a replacement quickly. I wanted to try a smaller phone, so I was deciding between the iPhone 12 or 13 mini. And finally decided on the 12 mini because I didn't need the camera upgrades and it's about $200 cheaper than the 13 mini. Oh, and it's my first month of the year that I made $297 from YouTube ads. So that basically covered my phone. I didn't spend as much in June even though I bought more things because I went to apply for my first credit card and put my family groceries on it. So no need parents' contribution that month, and I got $300 cash back as a welcome gift for the credit card. If you're wondering what all these are all bike stuff. I bought an electronic group set for $400 and decided not to use it eventually and made $80 from the sale. Oh, and I also bought a DJI action camera for $290 as well. In June, the net spend was $500. In July, this is the highest spend this year. I paid for the Vietnam holiday this month. I put $562 on one credit card and got back $300 as credit, and another $639 on another new card, and I'm still waiting for the claim to be processed to get back $200 in cash. By the way, I also paid for my mom's flight as well. First trip I paid for my mom. The other stuff on this list are bike stuff and groceries. I was fortunate that one guy was giving away 2 pretty new tires for free. At first he listed at $5, but when I met him, he told me he just wanted someone to commit and actually let me have it for free. By the way, I highlighted all my expenses above $100 in yellow so that I can see what the big purchases of that month are at a quick glance. Also, these are the purchases that I'll think of selling first. So this month was the highest net spend for 2024 and the rest of the months are lower, thankfully. In August, even though I bought a bike for 2.7k, I sold the crank and pedals and got back $680. On the 21st, I got back $500 as the cashback welcome gift for paying the Vietnam holiday on the Standard Chartered credit card the month before. Oh, and I got some NS Excellence Award from reservists, so I used that to buy some Shopee items here, and here. The other stuff here are bike stuff again, and this will continue for the next few months as I'm building my bike. Also, I got $237 from YouTube ads as well. In September, I bought 5 cameras, 2 Canons and 3 Sonys. I found a really good deal on the Sonys and I knew I could make a quick flip on them. I still have one and I'm planning to sell that soon. We also got the government insurance package this month and I made $216 from YouTube ads. I bought another bike frame yet again for $550. So this was a big month of spending for me, but if I manage to sell my cameras, I think I can break even for this month. And this month was also the first and only time I spent on clothes this entire year, $10 for cargo pants at Cotton On. Remember I bought the bike frame in September, that means this month I'll be paying for all the parts to build that bike. However, I actually made $556 because I managed to sell an old pair of shoes and a watch, and the rest are pretty much all bike stuff. You must be wondering what is this Stripe payments you see at the bottom of each month. Basically, those are the digital products I'm selling online, like my retirement calculator on this channel. I think it's the only calculator so far that considers you spending less now to reach your goal and also increases the goal every year by the inflation rate. You can check it out in this video later. Next, in November, I spent a net of $183. I did some shooting and painting for $250 and I also got $200 from the NS Life credits. and $100 as an early birthday gift from my aunt. The biggest expense for November was my bike wheels, which cost $695. I bought it used and I think it's about half the price brand new, so I thought it was a good deal. Today is the 19th of December and the year is not over yet, but this is how much I spent so far this month. The government assurance package definitely helped me this month to reduce my biggest expenses of bike wheels again and $100 for bike shoes. So as you can see, all my expenses are to fund my two expensive hobbies, cycling and photography, and so I have no money to buy food. Obviously, to me it's worth it to keep my spending down and trying to spend as little as possible. I'm comfortable with free food from the office and at home. I'm less afraid to spend on things that I can sell because I know I won't lose that much money. For transport, I don't even have Grab or any ride-hailing apps on my phone, and given how little I travel now and for near trips I just use my bike, the healthy 365 points are enough to cover all my transport costs. So if I'm using my Simply Go card, I don't even include MRT fares in my calculation anymore. It's already been taken care of. I have spent 20.1k this year, but remember I haven't minus the stuff I sold, so really I only spent 7.2k this year, which works out to be $600 a month. This 7.2k also includes my parents' contribution and tax at $3,041. That's almost half of what I spent. It's given to my parents and tax of $1,424. So basically, I'm spending less than half of my total spending on myself, only $2,759 for the year, and that averages out to $200.30 per month for myself. So that's including a holiday to Vietnam as well. So how am I doing? I think I'm doing okay. This is one of my highest spending years actually. By the way, if I do eventually decide to sell my two bikes and two cameras, I could possibly make $6,400 and that will make my net loss for this year to be about $1,000 only. You see, that's why I usually buy only physical items. Because when I sell, then I can use the money I make from the sale to offset the non-physical expenses like a holiday or groceries. I'm glad that so far I haven't need to withdraw anything from my investments. I'm only keeping 2k in cash in my bank account. I like keeping things tight for now so that I'm more careful with my spending, and I'm always waiting for a couple of days before making a purchase decision. If you want to see how much I make from my investments in 2024, subscribe because that video will come out soon as I collect my last few dividends for December. Crazy that I got monetized within 6 months since I started my channel late last year. Thanks for all your support and see you in the investment video soon. For now, you can watch how I flip my used items or how my retirement calculator works here. So am I done buying bike stuff yet? Haha, nope, it's never done.